In 2012, Lionel Messi scored 91 goals in that calendar year, so I made myself Real Madrid manager, and we are going to break that record with Karim Benzema. So how can I beat this? The first half of the season we can trial and error different tactics. Then in the year 2022, we unleash Karim Benzema. We are going to trial a 4-3-3 first off with Benzema in the poacher role. It's a very attacking tactic, working the ball into the box with the simple aim to supply Benzema instead of shooting from range, putting him in the near post corners and making him penalty taker and letting him take the free kicks too. First game of the season and only a penalty was scored. Second match and Benzema creates his own opportunity to slot one in. But match 3 and it was only a penalty scored again. So we need to find a tactic which would create much more opportunities for Benzema to score. Something that the team is still capable of playing with but still winning. But our main aim here is goals, so go into a 4-2-3-1 with an emphasis on high press and winning the ball high at the pitch. Gegenpress. And although the team struggled to adapt, Benzema was loving it. Whether it was Manchester City or Levante, the direct nature suited Benzema. He even scored a direct free kick. In fact, he scored all types of goals from attacking corners, over-the-top balls or cutbacks, even penalties. Benzema, just like in real life this year, was enjoying a very rich spell of form, scoring plenty of goals. I went on a little bit further and this is where the worries began. The results were great, and although he is scoring goals, occasionally a few in each game, he doesn't seem to be scoring anywhere near the amount necessary to defeat Lionel Messi's record. So I think we need to run it back, rewind, back to the start. In 2012, Lionel Messi scored 91 goals in that calendar year, so I made myself manager of Lazio, and we are going to break that record with Chiro Immobile. So I set up a 4-2-3-1 narrow formation where I look to feed the ball as much as I can to Immobile. Setting the tactic has a very direct style where overloading the defense is our aim, making sure Chiro is also attacking those near post corners as well. But why Immobile? Well, in my opinion, he has the perfect attributes in this game. He's fast, he can finish, and header. His only weakness is free kicks, which he absolutely sucks at. He has fantastic player traits though, and I've seen him score a ton for the AI. Not to mention Lazio are in Europa League this season, so we stand a good chance of reaching a cup final. And more games means more chances for Immobile. First game of the season and he scores a delightful chip. And 2 goals in the second, in a 7-1 win. So let's skip forward to January and see how he's been getting on in this tactic. Yeah, that is not good. Things are obviously not clicking and I don't want to get sacked, so I switch things up and see if sticking to inside forwards on will help. 1 month later, and despite another 2 losses, things are looking better for Immobile. Qualified through the group already, we just need to top it. And Immobile is on fire, scoring lots of goals, just like the 3 he put past Roma in the Serie A, 20 goals in 15 games. But I think we need to change things up. Things just don't feel right. I don't think we'll be able to keep this job. So I resigned from the Lazio job and I had a brainwave of holidaying to July 2022, and I can't believe I didn't think of this sooner. The Qatar World Cup. It will literally hamper the amount of games we play at the end of 2022, meaning we might not play as many games as what Messi did in 2012. And I made myself manager of PSG. Now, don't hate me, but I think it'd be quite funny if we beat Messi's record with Messi in the team, but not with who you think. I'm going to try and purchase Victor Osimhen, and with his pace and 20 off the ball, I think this could be crucial. Mbappe would have been too obvious to use in my opinion. And Victor Osimhen signs for PSG. And the first thing I do is I set his training up properly and try and get him to learn the perfect player trait for this, breaking the offside trap. And we still got a good budget, so I target Nicolo Barella, who plays killer balls and is a world-class midfielder, to help the team provide through balls for Victor Osimhen. My main worry, as you can see, is that other elite players in the team will pinch the goals from Victor Osimhen, but getting the best squad overall is what it's all about. And yeah, I should not have been worried. Because we move to December and Victor Osimhen is dominating. 31 goals in 15 league games and 15 league wins. So we move to the year 2023 and the challenge begins now. We've got 22 league games this season, Champions League knockouts which we need to ideally get to the final, and the Coupe de France which we should win. And that's only halfway. Sounds easy, doesn't it? What isn't easy is getting viewers to subscribe. 64% of you are not. Please subscribe. This first goal of the calendar year was a free kick, followed by a header from a corner. And then we finally see the pace of Victor Osimhen in use for the hat-trick. And a fourth was scored just for good measure. Add another 3 to the counter with a hat-trick in the cup. He then pinched one from Mbappe, which I love, stole the ball off the defender and chipped the goalkeeper for his 9th of the year, but missed a penalty to claim a hat-trick and the 10th. But 2 more goals against Strasbourg and another one in the cup. Penalty in the Nantes game and 2 more against Rennes, taking our total to 15 in the first month and scoring in every game so far. Of course, this is going to get more and more difficult, but it's a great start. A hat-trick against Angers ended another very impressive month for Victor, where he only didn't score in 1 game in February. But a draw to Juve in the first leg of the Champions League does have me on edge, as we really need to qualify to play more games. Lyon was the only game he didn't score in, but it was still a win. Another 4 goals in the cup, 4 against Lens being enough to make up for it though, and we end February with 28 goals so far. We are over a quarter of the way there, and only 2 months down. March was not quite as good. 8 goals in 6 games, including this hat-trick against Amiens, so the total only ticks over to 36 after 3 months, and that's where you start thinking that this challenge could be awfully tight and lost just through 1 injury, in all honesty. We beat Juve though in the Champions League, and we've drawn Liverpool. That could be the end. And we actually went 2-0 down to Liverpool, but thankfully Victor Osimhen came to the rescue, scoring 2 goals of his own to tie the first leg. 38 in total. We went through on penalties, but Victor failed to score in those 2 games. The highlight of April was a hat-trick that came at the end of the month against Rennes. But we racked up 4 matches without a goal for Victor Osimhen. Our toughest opponents, Manchester City, though, couldn't stop him thanks to his pace over the top for the first and his aerial ability for the second in a 4-3 win, which takes our new tally to 44 goals. Internationally, he did score a hat-trick, but it was in a friendly, so it doesn't count. Back to the Champions League, and a 2-2 draw was enough, and a Victor goal helped. Followed up with 2 more goals and a win against Bordeaux, up to 47 goals. The league campaign ends with another 6 goals in 5 games, and we are now up to a total of 53 goals before the Champions League final. A Champions League final in which Osimhen didn't turn up, but Lionel Messi did, winning the Champions League for PSG for the first time. Summer break time now. The 2012 year didn't, of course, include a World Cup. That was 2010, and no Copa America, meaning that Messi's record without an international competition was actually even more impressive. The best thing about winning the Cups last season instead of just making the final is that we gain ourselves 2 more matches playing in Super Cups. But for Nigeria, Osimhen had a fantastic time, including this hat-trick against Gabon in the African Cup of Nations. And this took place throughout the summer, and Osimhen helped his team to win the 3rd place playoff, scoring 6 goals. 59 total goals now before the next season begins. We add 3 more to the total against Lazio in the UEFA Super Cup, the second supplied by PSG's new signing Chiesa. But 7-1 was the result, and Osimhen takes the match ball home, scoring 3. He scored another 3 against Nantes in the opening day of the league campaign, and 4 goals against Marseille, in the total rises hugely in just 3 matches. Followed on by 1 in the Lille game, and the counter now stands at 70 calendar goals by the end of August. Same old Victor in the September, using his pace in the first game of the month to break the defensive line, and then he got his second through a header and capped off his hat-trick with a good penalty. Another 2 goals in the Champions League game takes his tally to 75 for the year, just 16 behind Lionel Messi in 2012. Another 2 goals against Nice, a good finish, and another headed corner. 2 more against Nims, right place, right time, and another penalty, which he won for himself, by the way, 79 now. And a cute finish against Rennes, followed on by taking it round the keeper for another brace. Meaning 11 goals in September, and we're up to 81 in total, 10 goals off. He then scored 2 more in the first game of October in the Champions League, 2-1 victory against Shakhtar Donetsk. He failed to score in the following game, then made up for it against Clermont Foot, and this is where I really felt like I had picked the correct player, because he was literally unplayable, and the defenders were just nowhere near him for all 5 of the goals he put away. 88 goals in total. Another 2 goals against Juve, and our total is now up to 90 goals. Just 1 goal behind 2012 Lionel Messi. And we have 9 games left to get 2 goals to break the record. He then equaled the record in the following game with a header against Juventus. He then scored number 92, breaking the record with another back post header, and scored number 93 with a volley in the box. Hat-trick hero and record breaker. So what's the new record going to be, you ask? Well, the next competitive Nigeria game came up right after the Juve match, and Victor scored 5 goals in 47 minutes. But club-wise, there was 5 more against Amiens in the cup, a hat-trick against Angers, 2 more against Shakhtar, Slavia Prague, and Lyon, and individual goals against Strasbourg, Saint-Etienne, and Lorient, meaning that a grand total and new world record being scored by one player in one calendar year is Victor Osimhen with 115 goals. Subscribe for more upcoming challenges and check out the start of my Glory Hunter save right here.